ॐ आप्यायन्तु ममाङ्गानि वाक्प्राणश्चक्षुश्रोत्रमथो बलमिन्द्रियाणि च सर्वाणि सर्वं ब्रह्म उपनिषदम् माहं ब्रह्म निराकुर्याम् मा ब्रह्म निराकरोत् अनिराकरणमस्त्वनिराकरणं मे अस्तु तदात्मनि निरते यौपनिषत्सु धर्मास्ते मयि सन्तु ते मयि सन्तु ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः श्रुतिस्मृतिपुराणानाम् आलयं करुणालयं नमामि भगवत्पादं शङ्करं लोकशङ्करं शङ्करं शङ्कराचार्यं केशवं बादरायणं सूत्रभाष्यकृतौ वन्दे भगवन्तौ ईश्वरो गुरुरात्मेति मूर्तिभेदविभागिने व्योमवद्व्याप्तदेहाय दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः ओमित्येतदक्षरमुद्गीतमुपासीत ओमिति ह्युद्गायते तस्योपव्याख्यानम् उपसंहारदर्शनात् न इति चेत् न क्षीरबद्धे उपसंहार दर्शना. This is the Purva Paksha Hetu. Naiti chet. Na means na asahayam brahma jagatah prakritihi nimittam va. Because Brahman does not have asahayat brahmanah jagat sargam. That Brahman is ekam eva dvitiyam, one without a second. There is no sahaya, there is nothing other than Brahman to help Brahman carry out the task of creation. And so, asahayam Brahma, Brahma na upadanam, asahayatvat, kevala mrudvata. Like the clay is the upadana karanam, material cause of pots, etc. But that clay can become the material cause only when there is a kulala or pot maker as a sahaya. Clay also without sahaya or without the help cannot be the material cause. But Brahman has nothing other than Brahman. Therefore, by that reasoning, Brahman cannot be the material cause. Brahma jagatah na nimittam asahayatvat kevala kumbhakaravaditi. Further, Brahman cannot even be the nimitta karanam, efficient cause. For a pot, the kulala, the pot maker is the nimitta karanam, the maker, the creator. But it can become the creator or maker if it has the sahaya, the support of clay, the upadana karanam. But Brahman doesn't have. Therefore, Brahman cannot be either nimitta karanam or upadana karanam. This is the line of reasoning. Upasamhara darshana. Because we find that kulala or a pot maker acquires or procures various accessories. So, like danda, chakra, mrud danda, chakra, sutradi, anekaraka upasamharena. So first of all, the pot maker equips himself with clay, with a potter's wheel, with a stick, with a string, etc. Then sangruhita sadhanaha santah tattat karyam kurvanaha drishyante. We find that the makers or the creators never do it on their own. A cook also first of all collects variety of accessories before he starts cooking. A cook alone, without the material, without the gas stove, etc., cannot cook. A weaver cannot weave unless it is yarn. It has also all this machinery, etc. So, but Brahman doesn't have anything. So, Brahman cannot be the nimitta karanam, nor can it be the upadana karanam. Brahmacha asahayam tava abhipretam. Hey Vedantin, according to you, Brahma is asahayam, without sahaya, without a second, without any help, without any accessories. That's what Vedantin says. Brahman is one without a second. There is nothing other than Brahman. Tasya sadhanantara anupasangrahe sati. So like a pot maker, like a weaver, like a cook, he doesn't have sadhanantaram, any other accessories, any other materials. So how can it create? Katham srastutvam upapadyeta. So how the creatorship is possible for Brahman? Here primarily nimitta karanatvam is questioned. The efficient that Brahman is nimitta karanam, efficient cause is questioned here. Neva tasmat na brahma jagat karanam iti che. This is the Purva Paksha. Therefore, we say that Brahman cannot be the cause of the creation. So, upasamhara darshanad na iti che. This is the Purva Paksha. Then the uttara is what? Na kshiravadhi. So, all we need to do is to point out an exception to his reasoning, to his logic. So what is observed is that creators or makers always require materials and other accessories to create. If you can point out an example where without the help of any accessories things get created, then this rule is not an invariable rule. There are exceptions, therefore Brahman can be that exception, that's all. So kshiravadhi, therefore an exception is pointed out like milk, etc. On the analogy of milk. So we are on the page 396, continuing with the Bhashya in the fourth line. Say Ratnaprabha, Ukta Nyayasya Kshirado Vyabhicharaha. This Nyaya, the rule that you said that the maker necessarily requires other accessories including the material. Without that the maker cannot create, as in case of a pot maker, as in case of a cook, as in case of a weaver, etc. So Brahman also therefore can. So now this is the argument. Asahayam. Without the help we do not find any makers being able to make anything. So says Ukta Nyayasya, of that rule, Kshirado Vyabhichara iti. In milk and other things there is a Vyabhichara. These are exceptions. This rule does not apply there. Iti Siddhantayati. So what the Siddhanti here does is points out the exception to the rule, thereby proving that the rule is not an invariable rule. Or as Nyaya Nirnaya says, Vishuddha Brahma Apekshaya Vishishta Brahma Apekshaya va idam uchyate. You say that Brahman is asahayam, does not have any help. You are saying it from what standpoint? From the standpoint of Vishuddha Brahman, meaning Nirupadikam Brahman, Brahman that is pure, non-dual. From that standpoint you are saying it, or Vishishta, a Brahma Pekshaya, or Brahman which is Maya as is Sahaya, from that standpoint are you saying? Nadhya, even we also do not say that pure Brahman is the Jagat Karanam. We do not say. Maya Adhyakshena Prakriti Suyate Sacharacharam. Lord Krishna says that Udasina Vadasinam Asaktam Teshu Karmasu. I am Udasina. I am uninvolved. And Adhyakshena, uninvolved witness or uninvolved illuminator. That's what I am. So in that sense, Ishvara or Brahman is not the maker, is not a maker. But Maya Adhyakshena, so a pure Brahman cannot be called maker or creator in the primary sense. But with the help of Prakriti, Prakriti suyate sacharacharam. In my presence, all that is required is my presence. That I shine, that I illumine, that is enough. Hetunane kaunte jagad viparivartate. Lord Krishna says that I do not need to do anything other than be there, other than just shine. That's enough for Prakriti to get energized and create and sustain and dissolve. So looking at Prakriti, I can be called the creator. Looking at myself, I am not the creator. So from the standpoint of Prakriti or Maya, that's called Vishishta Maya, Shabram Brahma, Brahman which is with the attribute of Maya, Upadi of Maya. So Upadikam Brahma. So na adhya. Even we also do not say that pure Brahman is the cause in the primary sense. Siddha sadhyatvat. Siddha sadhya means a demonstrated conclusion. It's a demonstrated conclusion that Brahman, pure Brahman, is not the cause. We also accept it. That's our Siddhanta. Dvitiye tasya upadanatva nishedam dushayate. But when Brahman is Vishishtam Brahma, when Brahman is qualified by Prakriti or Maya, then it can be creator, it can be maker, it can be material. Everything is there. So really, in the Prakriti or Maya, the makership and the materialship, Srashtutvam, Upadanatvam, both of these are there in the Prakriti, not in Brahma. Still we call Brahman as the creator, only in a secondary sense. Why? Because without Brahman, Prakriti cannot do anything. So Prakriti is lifeless, insentient, incapable of doing anything unless it has the blessing of Brahman. Mama yonir mahad brahma tasmin garbham dadhamyaham. Lord Krishna says, Mahad Brahma means Maya is my yoni. Tasmin garbham dadhamyaham. I impregnate that Maya, meaning that I enliven it. So this is Vedanta Siddhanta. But when he says Brahman, he perhaps means Nirgunam Brahman. When we say Brahman, we mean Saguna Brahma. And therefore the Drishtanta, so it is Sahayavat. Naisha dosha iti. Bhashyakara says, naisha dosha. This dosha of Brahman, asahayam Brahman, cannot be the maker of material, so it does not apply always. Yataha kshiravata dravya svabhava visheshad upapadyate. Because kshiravat, like milk, dravya svabhava visheshad, because of the peculiar nature of the material or thing itself. Dravya means a thing. Svabhava vishesha, a peculiar nature. Certain things have peculiar nature, because of which they do not require any external support or any external means. So that is it. Like milk. Says Nyaya Nirnaya. Kim bahya sahakari virahad anupadanatvam kim va antara sarkari sahakari rahitatvad vikalpya. When you say that you require sahakari, you require an accessory, do you mean an external accessory or an internal accessory is okay? You require to acquire something externally, or there is a potential within the self, within the material itself, that it undergoes a change. Meaning, for undergoing a change, do you claim that you necessarily require an external factor, or an internal factor is adequate for bringing about the change? Adyam vibhicaritvena nirasyan. There is no rule that you always require an external accessory. Vibhicaritvena. So vibhichara means exception. An exception is shown to the rule that a thing can become cause only when it is supplied with external accessories. That rule, there is an exception in milk. So therefore, udaharana vivarana yathahi. So the Sutrakara gives udaharana. Na is the Uttara Paksha and Kshiravat is the Hetu. Well, Kshiravat is Hetu or udaharanam also, illustration. So udaharana vivaranati, that Kshiravat, the illustration is explained by Bhashyakara. Yathahi, the Bhashyakara says. Yathahi loke kshiram jalam va swayameva dadihima bhavena parinamate anapekshya bahyam sadhanam tatha ihapi bhavishyate. So clay requires pot maker and the wheel, etc. So clay, for being the upadana karanam, material cause, requires external help. But you cannot apply that rule everywhere. Yataha yathahi loke kshiram kshiravod kshiram jalam va. Just as in our day-to-day experience, milk undergoes transformation without any external aid. So kshiram dadhyani bhavena parinamanam. Milk gets transformed as curd, etc. Tadi hima bhavena, or the water gets transformed as ice. So transformation has taken place without any external aid. So what is the material cause for curd? Milk. What is the material cause for ice? Water. So milk and water can be material causes of curds, ice, etc. without any external aid. Therefore, your rule that the material cause necessarily requires an external aid is not an invariable rule. There are exceptions to that rule. tatha ihapi bhavishyati. So just as it is nature of milk to undergo transformation without an external aid, just as it is nature of water to undergo transformation without any external aid, so also it is nature of Brahman, Vishishta Brahman, the qualified Brahman, to undergo transformation without any external aid. So says Ratnaprabha, Shuddhasya Brahmana akaranatvam ishtam eva. Shuddhasya Brahmana, as far as Shuddha Brahma is concerned, akaranatvam ishtam eva, we also do not say that pure Brahman is a cause in primary sense. It is not. Brahman, nacha machthani bhutani. When Lord Krishna says, Machthani sarvabhutani nachaham teshu avasthitah, he accepts that he is the adhishthanam, substratum, he is the cause. Like the rope is the cause of the snake. Rope is the material cause of the snake. So Lord Krishna accepts that. From the standpoint of creation, you can call me the adhishthanam, you can call adhisthana karanam, you can call me karanam the cause. Nacha machthani bhutani, but from my standpoint, I am not even cause. So it is important that Brahman, which is truth, ultimately should transcend any kind of qualification, including causality. It is neither cause nor effect. There is no qualification whatever in Brahman. Therefore, we also do not say that pure Brahman is the cause of creation. Vishishtasya Ishvarasya tu maya eva sahayayati. But as far as the qualified Brahman is concerned, maya is the aid, internal aid, not external aid. So it says bahyamiti. So bahyam sadhana, anapeksha bahyam sadhana. So if you claim that clay requires bahyam external aid or any material cause requires external aid, then we have to say no. Milk and water are exception, and similarly Brahman can be the exception. So Ratnaprabha continues, Kshirasyapi atancanadi sahaya asti iti asahayatva heto na vyabhichara. So drishtante vividamana shankate. Now we have drishtanta of what? Kshiravat. So like milk, that is a drishtanta. Drishtanta means illustration. An illustration should be such that it should be accepted by everybody. Otherwise, it cannot serve as an illustration. So sometimes we present illustration and they question it. Like in Chhandogya Karika, to prove the mithyatvam of the waking world, the Karikakara presents the swapna or dream as the illustration. Just as dream is mithya, so also waking is mithya. So people raise objections. Who says dream is mithya, dream is real? Oh, but last night I dreamt of Rishikesh. He said, you went to Rishikesh. That's what they say. So dream is real. So then we have to prove how dream is not real. That I could not possibly have gone to Rishikesh last night because there is not enough time. Even if you want to fly, you cannot even fly to Rishikesh and come back. Dream takes a few minutes. In that there is no time to travel that distance. And furthermore, if you really went to Rishikesh, then you must wake up at Rishikesh, but here you are waking up in your own bed, etc., etc. So what we are saying is that how illustrations also are questioned, and illustrations also require to be established, so that the opponent also accepts that illustration. Until the argument cannot proceed further. There is no resolving. So, drishtante vivadamana shankate. This drishtanta illustration of the milk itself is, there is a doubt about that. So says Ratnaprabha, Kshirasyapi Atanchanadi Sahaya Asti. He says, wait a minute. When you want to transform milk into curd, you add Atanchanam, a curdling agent you add. When you want to make a curd, you add some curd in there. Atanchana means a curdling agent is added. Then only curd is created. So how do you say that milk gets transformed into curd without any external aid? Atanchanadi. Also you need to warm the water, milk, not cold milk. You warm the milk and put that atanchana, the curdling agent in that. Then alone the milk gets transformed into curd. So all of these are external aids. Heating also is an external aid. That atanchana, curdling agent, also is an external aid. So your illustration of milk doesn't prove your point that it doesn't require external aid. Therefore, asahayatva heto na vyabhicharaha. Remember this, that Purva Pakshi is a hetu. What is it? Asahayatvad. Brahma na upadanam. Asahayatvad. Kevala mrudvat. That Brahman cannot be the material cause because it is without any aid or without any help. Like mere clay cannot be the material cause, so mere Brahman cannot be. So asahayatvat. So we give the illustration of milk, saying that milk is asahayam, without any help, and still it gets transformed as curd. He says, who says that? That milk is without any help. It requires help of heat, help of the curdling agent. So, asahayatva hetoho na vyabhicharaha. In your illustration also, there is no exception to this rule. Iti ashankya sahaya abhavepi. So, Bhashyakara, a very intelligent argument. Sahaya abhavepi yasya kasyachit parinamasya kshire darshanat. You find that if you leave the milk as it is, without warming it or without even adding curdling agent, still milk does get transformed. Milk, gets transformed. Yasya kasyachit parinamasya. The transformation may not be satisfactory to you. You may not get what you want from that milk, but yes, some transformation does take place. Vivichara tadavastyam. So, how about that? Milk will curdle. If you leave milk by itself, it will curdle. It will split. And so, milk has a potential of transformation. That's important. Milk has the potential of transformation. Therefore, even if you do not supply the external aid in terms of heat or in terms of curdling agent, still milk is seen to get transformed by itself. Therefore, our reply that milk does not require an external aid stands intact. This is argument. So Nanu Bhashyakara says, Nanu kshiradiyapi dadhyadibhavena parinamanam apekshate eva bahyam sadhanam aushnyadikam kathamuchyate kshiravadhiti. There is a he in there. Kshiravadhi becomes kshiravadhi. Nanu. So objection. Kshiradiyapi, even milk etc. which you which you presented as quoted as illustration. Dadhyadi bhavena parinamanam, when the milk gets transformed as curd, etc. Apekshadeva bhashyam sadhanam, for that transformation it does require or does have a need of an external aid. What is it? Aushnyadikam, like the milk must be warmed. And atanchanam, curdling agent, katham uchyate kshiravaditi. See, milk is not an exception to our rule. Our rule is that you require sahaya. Milk also requires sahaya. And therefore, katham uchyate, how do you present milk as an illustration, as an exception to our rule? It's not an exception. So says Nyayana, Kshiradeshu Swataheva Kala Paripakavashena Parinama Darshanat. We already said that. That if you leave milk alone, without even warming it, without even curdling agent, the milk is seen to get transformed in course of time. Kala Paripakavashena. And so it is a time that actually brings about that paripaka, that maturity in milk, that it gets transformed. Parinama darshanat asampratipatti ayukta. Therefore, your disagreement to our drishtanta illustration is not proper. Iti naishadosha, Bhashyakara says. Naishadosha swayam apihi kshiram yam cha yavatim cha parinama matram anubhavate tavati eva tvaryate tu aushnyadina dadibhavaya. Says no, swayam apihi kshiram, milk on its own, yam cha yavatim cha parinama matram anubhavati. Yam, whatever kind of transformation takes place, and however much yavati the transformation takes place. Whatever means it will become curd. Yavati means, it will become curd in partially perhaps or entirely. Tavati eva, meaning that the milk already has the potential of transformation. So aushnadikam, then warming up that milk and adding curdling agent, what do? Tvaryate, from the root tvar, sambhrame. Tvar means to hurry up, hurry. So, or accelerate. So, tvaryate, accelerated. So, already the potential of transformation is there in the milk, and what the warming up does, what the curdling agent does, is to accelerate that. So, you don't have to wait too long. Aushnadina dadibhavaya. That's what is. That is sahayo vyartha. Hey, if you do not require any aid for creating curd out of milk, then why are you adding this curdling agent? Why are you warming? Says, so, tvaryate. We are not saying that it changes the nature of milk. We are saying that it accelerates. Already the potential which is there in the milk is accelerated. Tvaryate means what? Nanu tvaryate kshiram dadibhavaya shaigrim karyate iti. Tvaryate, the meaning is given. Shaigrim karyate. So kshiram dadibhavaya shaigrim karyate. That the milk gets transformed into curd, that process is hastened up, shaigram, accelerated. So he says, Kimartham, why do you say that warming up the milk or adding curdling agent accelerates that process? Why do you say it accelerates? Kimartham kalpyate? Swatah ashaktam kshiram sahayena shaktam kriyate. Why not you say that milk by itself is incapable of transformation and that warming and adding curdling agent imparts it the capacity to transform? What do these things do? Warming up the milk and adding curdling agent, what do they do? Do they accelerate what is potentially there? How do you know? Or do they impart? He says milk is not capable of transforming. And this warming and curdling agent imparted the capacity to transform. Why don't you say it that way? So why do you say that the capacity is accelerated? We say that the capacity of transformation is imparted to that. Why not? So, sahayena swayam swata shaktam kshiram sahayena shaktam kriyate. Milk which is in itself incapable of transformation is made to undergo transformation by the external aid, namely warming, curdling agent and so forth. Tatraha yadicha. To that Bhashyakara replies, yadicha swayam dadibhavashilata nasyat naiva aushnyadina api balat dadibhavam आपद्येत नहीं वायुः आकाशो वा औष्ण्यादिना बलात् दधिभावम् आपद्यते. यदि च स्वयं दधिभावशीलता न स्यात्. If milk did not have the potential of getting transformed into curd, if milk did not have that potential, then aushnadinapi na balat dadibhavam apadyeta. Just warming of the milk cannot change its nature. Nahi svabhava bhavanam vyavartet. The nature or prakrutehe anyatha bhavaha na kathanchit bhavishyati. Nobody or nothing can change the nature. So if it was not in the nature of milk to get transformed as curd, this warming and curdling agent could not do anything. Add as much as curd you want in milk, water. Will it get transformed into curd? You can warm the water, put curdling agent in there, nothing happens. Because water does not have the potential of being transformed into curd. Here Bhashyakara gives another example. Nahi vayu Akashova, the air, the space, Aushnadina, Balat. So, napi Balat dadibhama apadyeta. You cannot change, you cannot bring about a change by forcefully. You cannot forcefully change the nature of a thing by any manipulation. Warming is manipulation. Adding curdling agent is manipulation. So by this manipulation you cannot change the nature. You can manipulate air as much as you want, you can warm it and do what you want. Nahi vayu, akashova, either air or space. So ushnadina, by warming etc., na balat dadibhavam apadyate, does not get transformed into curd, regardless of what you do. So you do to the air what you are doing to milk and see what happens. Nothing happens. Meaning that if warming up had the capacity to impart the nature of transformation, potential of, or capacity of transformation, then it should impart to air also. If warming had the capacity to impart the ability of curdling, then that warming should do it to anything else. To water also it should be able to do. To air also it should be able to do. To space also it should be able to do, but it doesn't do. That means that heating or warming doesn't have the capacity to impart the parinamatvam or transformation. It is potentially there in the milk. That is why the heating or warming is able to bring it out, what is already there. But says Ratnavara, Shaktasya Sahaya Sampada Kim Karyam. How beautiful questions they ask, little by little. Hey, but Shaktasya Sahaya Sampada Kim Karyam. If milk is already capable of transforming into curd, then why do you need external aid? What do they do? If potential is already there in milk, then what does warming do? What does curdling do? Shaktasya means what? That which is capable. Sahaya Sampada. Which case? Third case. By Sahaya Sampat, meaning that by external aid, what is already capable, why does it require external aid? His question is, if milk was capable, then you would not have required warming up. You would not have required curdling agent if milk had already the potential of transformation. The fact that you require this means it doesn't have potential. That is the argument. Or you tell us, what does it do? If warming and curdling agent does not impart the capacity to transform, then what do they do? So, Sadhana Bhashyakara says, Sadhana Samagriyacha Tasya Purnata Sampadyate. Sadhana Samagriyacha, by sadhana samagri, by all these accessories, tasya purnata sampadyate. By this external aid, what is happened, what is done, what is accomplished is, its potential is brought to its fullest extent. So potential which is already there in milk is brought to the fullest extent by the external aid such as warming, such as curdling agent. Says Ratnaprabha, Sahaya Vishesha Abhave Kaschid Vikara Kshirasya Bhavati. Without the warming up and without the curdling agent also, some transformation does take place in the milk. Tatra Atanchana Prakshepa Aushnabhyam. There, by warming up and by adding the curdling agent to Uttama Dadibhava Samartham Vyajyate. So, by itself, the milk is not able to bring out its total potential. By itself, milk can bring about some potential. But by warming it up, by adding curdling agent, the full potential of milk, abhivajyate, is made manifest. So what is there potentially is made manifest by the external aid, and not that that potential is imparted. Ityasa. Alright. So if this is what the external aid does, tarhi Shakti Vyanjakopi Sahayo Brahmano Vachya. Then Brahman also will require, if milk requires external aid to bring out its full potential, then we say that Brahma also should require some Sahaya. So Brahma means what? Saguna Brahma or Ishvara. Also requires some external aid to bring its potential to full extent, like milk requires. Doesn't Brahman also require? Tatraha. So you tell us, what is the aid which you are providing to Brahman to bring out its full potential? Vachyaha. Tatraha paripurnayati. So Bhashyakara says, परिपूर्ण शक्तिकम तु ब्रह्म न तस्य अन्येन केनचित् पूर्णता संपादयितव्या. परिपूर्ण शक्तिकम to Brahma. Brahman is on its own. So milk on its own is not all capable. Milk has some capability to bring out its potential, but not all. Like a human being has to go to gymnasium, to bring out its potential. It is there in muscles. You go to gymnasium, you do exercises and do all kinds of workouts. So what potential is there alone is brought out. Not that everybody can be world champion, regardless of how much you do. So everybody cannot be a wrestler or a boxing champion or something, boxer or something like that, or a football player. You cannot be, regardless of what you do. All you can do is, by external aid, you can bring out, you can perfect the potential. That's all you can do. But if you did not have any potential, nothing happens. You cannot teach music to some people, regardless of what you do, really. I mean, there's an example. Not only music, any like Sanskrit grammar, things like that, like Vedic chanting. You can't teach them. Like mathematics, you cannot, you remember in school, regardless of what you do, the algebra, those equations, simple equations, which you can just do it in one moment. They just keep on looking at it and looking at it, nothing happens. If the potential is not there, you cannot bring it out. And there are some people like me who are totally lost when it comes to all the anatomy and physiology, So all bones are there and it's just lost. Some people are very good at that. They remember all kinds of bones, how many are there in the spinal cord and how many are there. Everything they remember. So it is a matter of potential. So external aid can, but then suppose your full potential is already there. Already you are well developed. Then you don't require any external aid for further development. So Paripurna Shaktikam he to Brahma. So Brahma is Paripurna Shaktikam. So Brahman is already complete, has a full power. Brahman possesses the total power, total capability already. Na tasya anyena kenachit purnata sampadayitavya. It already being purna or complete, therefore nothing else is required or nothing else can impart its completeness, because Brahman is complete in terms of its power. ऐश्वर्यस्य समग्रस्य धर्मस्य यशसः श्रियः वैराग्यस्याथ मोक्षस्य. This bhaga shannam bhaga itingana, all this bhaga Brahman possesses in full measure from the day one, meaning that by nature it is the nature of Brahman to possess the full potential of all the powers, and therefore there is nothing that can impart any extra power to Brahman, or nothing is required to impart any power. Paripurna is what? Nirapeksha Maya Shaktikam ityartha. Brahman is already possessed of Maya Shakti, which is Nirapeksha, meaning what? Maya Shakti has no apeksha. Is already Paripurna Maya, has all the powers. And therefore, Maya does not require anything else to make it more capable than what it is. Tadrushakto manamaha. What makes you say that Brahman or Ishvara possesses that potential? What makes you say that? Manamaha, pramanamaha. Bhashyakara quotes an apt statement from the Shruti. So says Bhashyakara, Shrutischa bhavati. So this is Shruti. This is what the Upanishad says, the Shvetashvatar Upanishad. Natasya karyam karanam cha vidyate न तत्समश्चाभ्यधिकश्च दृश्यते परा स शक्तिर्विविधैव श्रूयते स्वाभाविकी ज्ञानबलक्रिया च इति श्रुतिश्च भवति. Here is a Shruti statement. न तस्य कार्यम karanam च vidyate. Karya means gross body, karana means subtle body. That Ishvara doesn't have a gross body, doesn't have a subtle body, doesn't require. Apanipado javano grahita pashyatya chakshuhu sashrunotya karana. Apanipada doesn't have hands or legs. Javano grahita, without the legs, it moves fast. Without the hands, it grasps everything. Meaning that to accomplish things, Brahman doesn't require any traditional or conventional means. Pashyati achakshuhu shrunoti akaranaha. It sees without the eyes, it hears without the ears. Doesn't require all these conventional things, conventional causes, conventional organs. So says, na tasya karyam karanam cha vidyate. Karya means body, doesn't have gross body. Karanam or the organs or the subtle body, it doesn't mean what? Doesn't require. Then if it doesn't have body, doesn't have subtle body, then it cannot have any capability because all strength is there in the body, in the mind, etc. So different kinds of strength and capacities are there in the gross body and subtle body. But Ishvara neither has gross body nor subtle body. That means that it doesn't have any powers at all. Says no, na tat samascha bhidikascha drishyate. Don't think that it's a weakling. No, na tat samacha adhika. There is nobody even equal in capacity. What to talk of somebody being greater than that? Meaning that without the need of the gross body or the subtle body, it is fully capable to accomplish everything or anything. Parasya shakti vivida eva shruyate. When Shruti says shruyate, they say asya para vivishakti asya brahmana or Ishwarasya, of this Bhagavan or Ishvara, Parashakti, the supreme power, Vivida, the various. So, supreme power is Maya really, which is Vivida means variegated. So, Maya is one, but there is the variousness or multiplicity within Maya. And therefore, we hear that Bhagavan or Ishvara has this supreme power, which is with his all its variations within itself. So doesn't require an external aid. All the variations are potentially there within the Maya. What are these powers? Swabhaviki jnana balakriya cha. Swabhaviki, so jnana kriya, balakriya cha. So jnanam is there, meaning the knowledge is there, and will also is there. With jnanam, you can also include the ichha. So Jnana Shakti, Ichha Shakti, Kriya Shakti. It has the knowledge, total knowledge. It's omniscient. It has a total balam, total power, total will. This is what it is said, and therefore it does not lack any potential, does not lack any internal aid. If the internal aid is there, doesn't require any external aid to accomplish its purpose of creating this universe. Therefore, Bhashyakara concludes here. Tasmat. So says Nyaya Nirnay, Karya Kramena Tat Shakti Paripaka Api Karmavan Unneya. Two things are implied here. Vividha Shakti. Brahman has the power, supreme power, which has Vividhatvam, variety within itself. That explains the variety of creation. In the creation, there is Vaividhyam, there is diversity. How do you explain that diversity? By the diversity which is there within Maya. Like Sattva, Rajas, Tamo Gunatmika Maya, Trigunatmika Maya. So combination of Sattva, Rajas and Tamas can bring about all the diversity and the variety that you see. So that potential is there in Maya. Then another thing is the order. Akashad, Vayohu, Agni, etc. So this order is there. So Karya Kramena. We do not find this being specifically said that in Maya also the manifestation of power is gradual. Maya is total power, but the manifestation of power is gradual. As the power manifests, the creation takes place. So Karya Kramena. Because we find Krama or sequence in Karya, sequence in creation, from subtle to gross, from space, which is subtlest, to air, to fire, to water, to earth. This is called Karya Krama, the sequence of effect, sequence of creation. Tat Shakti Paripakavi Karmavan Unneya. Therefore, we have to presume that the Maya Shakti which gives rise to this order also should have built-in order. Paripaka. So Paripaka is maturity. The potential of Maya also becomes manifest gradually. Not full potential, not everything is created simultaneously. The potential of Maya of creation also manifests gradually. Therefore, you have the gradual sequence. Unneya, this is what we have to presume. But this is all in Shakti. We are talking about Brahman. So Shakti Bhedacha Tad Vishishta Karanepi Bheda Siddhiti. All the diversity is in the Shakti, Maya. All the order also is in Maya. But Maya is not independent. Therefore, Tad Vishishta Karanepi. Brahman is what? Maya Vishishtam or Maya Shabalam. So, what is there in the adjective is also there in the substantive. What is there in the attribute also is as you say to be possessed by what possesses attributes. So, Vishishta is Brahma. Vishesha is Maya. So, when Maya possesses, Brahman also is said to possess that. Iti Abhisandhaya Upasamharati. Bhashyakara does not say this specifically. Therefore, Nyaya Nirnaya says that this is implied by Bhashyakara. And Bhashyakara concludes Tasmaditi. Tasmat ekasyapi brahmanaha vichitra shakti yogat kshiradivat vichitra parinamaha upapadyate. Tasmat ekasyapi brahmanaha. Therefore, Brahman, even though it is one, without any external aid. Vichitra Shakti Yogat, because Brahman is possessed of the diverse power or variegated power. Kshiradivat, like milk also, is possessed of an inner potential of transformation or inner power of transformation, you can say. Milk also possesses an inner power of transformation. Similarly, Brahma also possesses the inner power of transformation. So, milk doesn't require an external aid simply for transformation. For accelerating, you have external aid, but not for imparting that capacity. So, also Brahman does not require and Brahman's capacity is full. So even for accelerating the capacity, you do not require any external aid. Kshiravat. So the illustration is proven. All this fighting went on for Kshiravat is illustration. Since the Purva Pakshi did not accept, he pointed out he had objections to your illustration. That your illustration of milk does not prove your point. It is not an apt illustration to illustrate Brahman. So we have to prove how it is an apt illustration. So Kshiravat, there illustration being proven, there were Kshiravat Vichitra Parinama Upapadyate. So like milk also can bring about different transformation, like curd, like buttermilk, like butter, like ghee, etc. So also Maya, Brahman with Maya can bring about this variety of the diversity or diverse creation, variegated creation, iti. Upapadyate. That's how it's reasonable. Nobody has seen this. We are all dependent upon Shruti as far as Brahman is Jagat Karanam is concerned. Yato va imani bhutani jayante, etc. says Brahman is Jagat Karanam. Material cause and efficient cause. So this sutra talks about the material cause. Next sutra will talk about efficient cause. Brahman being the nimitta karanam. But so we accept it on the evidence of Shruti. These fellows don't accept it. That is why, and they have a reasoning for not accepting it. Therefore, we provide reasoning to refute their reasoning so that they do not have any plausible objection. So, whatever objections are raised to Shruti are resolved by reasoning. This is called mananam, anukula tarka. That's what is being done here. Okay. Om Purnamadah Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Shankaram Shankaracharyam Keshavam Badarayanam Sutra Bhashya Krutau Vande Bhagavanto Punah Punah Ishvaro Gururatmedi Murti Bheda Vibhagine Vyomavad Vyapta Dehaya Dakshinamurtaye Namaha. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om. Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Hari Om. So next week I am planning to conduct an experiment with my health. So it is